Welcome to our channel again. So today in this video we're going to see one of the very interesting topic, which is so we're going to see combination of Azure and Terraform, and we're going to see that how to create an Azure storage account using Terraform. Okay, so first of all, let's see what is storage account. So what is Azure storage account? So this Azure storage account contains all your Azure storage data objects, which means the blob storage, file storage, queue storage, and tables. So the storage account provides a unique namespace for your Azure storage data that is accessible from anywhere in the world over HTTP or HTTPS. Okay. So if you want to give me a simple example of what is Azure, storage account, we can just consider, using it with the Azure, Google Drive. Okay. So I hope everybody have been used Google Drive at least once in your lifetime, right? So what is Google Drive? So Google Drive is the storage device, right? It's just a online storage device. Okay, so it's kind of virtual. Okay, so whenever somebody is creating an email account, so you'll be getting kind of a free 15 GB of a Google Drive storage account for you, and you can utilize it, right? So whenever you can store some kind of a files inside this Google Drive, you should be able to access it over HTTP or HTTPS through somebody else. Okay, so similarly, the same concept lies in cloud here, that so the storage account in cloud, in Azure cloud, something like a Google Drive, so wherein you can store your data, and in the different format, right? In the blob storage format, the file storage format, so the queues and the tables is like so database kind of a storages. So all these kind of different formats, you can just store it. Okay, so that's why it's called as a storage account. Okay, the storage account is nothing but your different format of your storage, the storage files or storage devices that can be saved in the storage accounts, and it can be accessible, right? It can be accessible anywhere in the world over HTTP or HTTPS. Okay, so one another interesting aspect is that you can also host static web hosting, so static web pages using storage account as well. So that is one of the another the cool feature of storage account. Okay, so today in this video we are going to see how to create the storage account using Terraform. Okay, so let's see how to create a storage account using that CLI. We can see that later, but for now today we're going to see how to create a storage account using Terraform. Okay, so let's go to our the Visual Studio Code. So now, as you can see here, right now, so we have created a resource group. Okay, so we have created one resource group. Okay, so followed by that, and that resource group is called Cloud Institution RG. Okay, that's a resource group, right? So if you can go back here, and if you can search for the resource group, okay, this is the resource group in my portal which has been created for this one. So if you can do Terraform plan here, okay, if you can do Terraform plan here, it's taking a while. Okay, so it's Terraform plan will show me that so that refreshing state, which means that that Terraform resource group, Azure resource group is already been created. Okay, so no further changes it's available for this one. So what we can do here is that let's create a new resource. Okay, so whenever you wanted to create a new storage account or instance or anything, right? So it should start with the resources. Okay, so now you start with the resource. Okay, and then so if you want to create a storage account, the storage account, that the resource name is going to be RM, Azure RM storage account. Okay, and the name is going to be, we can give any kind of a name. This is not the storage account name. This is the name reference for this resource. Okay, you should not be confusing with what's the name of the storage account versus that resource reference name. Okay, this is a resource reference name, which means that I'm going to give the cloud institution, cloud hyphen cloud institution. Okay, this is a resource reference name. So now if you can come back here, okay, so now we need to give some different types of parameters, right? So now the first parameter is going to be name is equal to, so what is the storage account name itself? Okay, the name of the storage account is going to be, okay, the cloud institution storage. Okay, so the reason why I'm not giving any kind of a spaces here, okay, so I'm going to show you why I'm not going to give any kind of a spaces, because the storage account is not going to accept any kind of a special characters or storage, I mean spaces and all this stuff. Okay, let's see how this is going to work, in a real time. Now I want to create, I'm going to do, so I want to create this resource, as we discussed in the earlier sessions, that so whenever you're creating some kind of resources, you have to create under resource groups. Okay, so now I'm going to give the resource group name. Okay, so the resource group name is going to be, so I can just give the resource group name like this here. Okay, so I'm going to show you, like, first I'm going to give the resource group name like this, and then I'm going to give the references, with the some so with explicit references from this resource group to here. So now the location is going to be, so where is this resource group is available, and I have to create it under the same resource location. Okay, so now I'm going to give West Europe. All right, so now everything's look good, right? Now there are some different required parameters has to be given over here as well. So other than this, these three are the very basics and major, and I'm going to give few more parameters, right? Few more options. So here, if you can go to here, if you can go to Azure RM storage account, okay, you can just see the sample references over here. Okay, so you can just see whenever there is option called, okay, so required fields, so name is required. Okay, so we have already given a name. It's good. Resource group is required, resource group is been there, and location is required. Okay, location is given, but the account kind is optional. Okay, but account tier is required. As you can see, whenever you find required options, okay, you must have to give this account tier. Okay, so if I don't give the account tier, but if you can do Terraform plan here, okay, what's going to be happening now? Okay, so now it's going to tell me that what are the required, so the what are going to be required arguments or required. Okay, so these are all missing argument, right? So the account tier is required, but no definition found, and account replication type is required, but no definition found. So now I'm going to give account tier. Okay, so the what is going to be account tier is going to be, we can just take it from here. Okay, so for me, I'm going to give a standard. As the, there are different types of account tier is there, standard, premium, so for the different storage. So if you take a premium, so you'll be having a lot of features of the storage account, right? So for now, I'm going to give standard. Good, well and good. And then it's going to ask me that account replication type. Okay, so the moment when I give this one, and if I can give the account type, all this error will gone away. The reason why is that, so all these kind of basic parameters, the basic argument is required to create a storage account. That's the reason why. Okay, if I delete this one, is going to give all errors. Okay, so if you can see the error, okay, replication type is not specified, right? So this is how you are going to create a, so you're going to create a storage account. So now, so there are some kind of options are there, right? So there are, so LRS and GRS and all these kind of options are there. So I'm going to give any one of this, any one of these options. So let's not worry about, like, replication type. So let's see this replication type maybe in the later classes. So for now, sorry, for now I'm going to give uh, the storage type is going to be LRS. Okay. Now if I can do Terraform plan here, Terraform plan here. Okay, as you can see here, it's going to create one storage account for you. Okay, you can see all the features and everything, so it's going to create one storage account for you. Okay, so storage account can be used for various purposes, right? For example, in the future classes, we are going to see, like, what is the storage account state files. So all the state files of your Terraform will be saved in the storage account, right? So now it's going to be creating the storage account. Okay, so just to verify, let's go back to here in the let's go inside this cloud instance.g, and you can see, so there is nothing is been verified over here. Okay, So now nothing's been so no resources been found here. Okay, so now I'm going to do Terraform apply. If you can give Terraform apply, okay, so it's going to give me that, tell me saying that I'm going to create a storage account, inside this kind of a, the resource group and location everywhere. So I'm giving yes. Okay, it's just creating. Okay, still creating. Let's go back and do refresh. Okay, it's still getting created. Probably it'll be created soon. Or if you want to see all the Terraform, so all the resources which has been created by Terraform also, so it's been manually all as well, right? If you want to see any kind of resources, you can just go back and see here. You can search here the storage accounts. Okay, so now you can see here the storage account cloud instance storage is being created. Okay, so now if you can go back and refresh it here, you can also see one of the storage accounts being created. Okay, so you can go inside, you can create a lot of different storage options. Okay, so data storage and containers and file share, queue, a table, all these things you can create. Okay, so in this, okay, so we are going to see some of this example in the future classes, like how to create a containers, so how to create a file share, queues, tables, and all this stuff. Okay, so in the later classes now. Okay, so now just make sure that so you're creating a storage account with this so from this configuration. Okay, so hope you understand this particular so particular session, like what you have done so far. So if you have any questions, please leave in the below comments, so I'm happy to answer. But if you want to create any kind of a storage account like this, please follow the same steps. You should be able to create this one. Okay, so that's it from this video. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. So if you like this video, please go and like it, and then so if you want to subscribe it for more videos like this. Okay, so thank you so much, and see you soon again.